Welcome, reef enthusiasts. If you've ever dreamed of creating an underwater paradise filled with stunning Acropora corals, then this video is for you. Today, we're diving deep into the world of Acropora, the crown jewel of SPS corals. Why is Acropora one of the most sought-after corals in our reef-keeping community? What secrets does it hold that make it both mesmerizing and challenging to care for? Join us as we explore everything from its fascinating history to the essential tips for mastering Acropora care for a thriving reef environment in your aquarium, right after this. You have to love reefing. Stay tuned as we uncover the best practices for keeping Acropora healthy, the ideal water parameters, and even the best tank mates to ensure that this beautiful coral thrives in your aquarium. Whether you're a seasoned marine hobbyist or just starting your journey into reef keeping, this guide will equip you with everything you need to know about Acropora care. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is Acropora? Acropora is a genus of stony coral classified within the SPS small polyp stony family, known for their fast growth rates and stunning vibrant colors, with over 150 species and more being discovered every year. Each Acropora coral has unique characteristics, making them a favorite among reef hobbyists. The name Acropora comes from the Greek word akron, meaning top, and pora, meaning pore. This refers to the porous structure of the coral, which allows it to thrive in various marine environments. Acropora corals are highly sought after in the reef-keeping community due to their vibrant colors and unique growth patterns. They serve as a focal point in many aquariums, captivating anyone who lays eyes on them. Their ability to grow rapidly also make them a top choice for aquarists looking to fill their tanks with life and color. Acropora is best known for its branching structures and rich pigmentation. These corals can transform any reef into a vibrant underwater masterpiece, whether it's multicolored Acropora millipora or the stunning green belly slimer of the Acropora youngi. Please like and comment on this video. It helps a ton with the YouTube algorithm. Make a comment like which Acropora is your favorite or what method of reef keeping helps your Acroporas the best. And we can share more dialogue in the comments below. So please comment to help with the algorithm. Back in the early 1980s, keeping Acropora in captivity was considered nearly impossible. Renowned marine biologist Elizabeth Wood famously stated in her 1983 publication, Corals of the World, with regards to living coral, it is virtually impossible to recreate the coral reef environment within a small man-made aquaria. Corals are demanding in their requirements and do not respond well to handling or sudden changes to their surroundings. However, pioneers like Dietrich Stuber, known for his famous Stuber Acropora, proved that with the right technique, these corals could thrive in home aquariums. In 1995, I had the honor of having one of my articles published by Fama magazine, a national and international publication. This was the very first article written about Acropora care, which was initially written in 1993. This article marked a significant milestone for reef hobbyists, shedding light on the strategies that could make keeping Acropora accessible to the average aquarist. There are over 150 species of Acropora, including popular varieties like Acropora millipora, Acropora youngi, Acropora tenuis, and Acropora hyacinthus. Each species comes with its own set of care requirements and characteristics, making it essential for aquarists to research before selecting the right type for their tank. Acropora corals are known for their incredible color range, from bright pink and yellow to deep blues and purples. This color variation is influenced by factors such as lighting, water chemistry, and the health of the coral itself. To ensure your Acropora thrives, you'll need to pay close attention to several key care requirements. Water chemistry. The ideal water parameters for Acropora include stable alkalinity levels between 7 to 11 DKH. However, some aquarists have reported 12 DKH as their success level. Calcium levels around 400 to 450 parts per million, and magnesium levels of 1250 to 1350 parts per million, though I keep mine regularly at 1450. Regular testing with aquarium test kits is critical for maintaining these parameters, or the new standby monthly ICP testing. One major issue many aquarists face is the impact of CO2 levels around their aquariums. Elevated CO2 can lead to decreased pH levels, which can stress Acropora corals. Implementing a good gas exchange strategy and monitoring of CO2 levels can help mitigate these effects. Here's a quick story to explain why CO2 issues are very important to a reef aquarium. Back in the late 1980s, my family and I went on vacation to Florida. At the time, we lived in a condo with 4 individuals and a gas range where food was being made 3 times a day. I had a 150-gallon reef aquarium, which required 3 gallons of kalkwasser daily. Each gallon of RO-deized water received 2 teaspoons of calcium hydroxide. This kalkwasser mix kept my levels perfect day in and day out without fail. During that week of vacation, with no one in the house, I had a friend check the calc levels and feed the fish. Much to my surprise, when I got back from vacation, more than 50% of the aquarium had SPS loss. Checked the water chemistry right away and found that my alkalinity and pH levels were way too high. It took me many years to figure out exactly what went wrong. Through the years, I've heard from other countless reef hobbyists tell me the same story. The answer was quite simple. This was what I call the vacation syndrome. The CO2 levels neutralize when the home is vacated, so the current buffering routines don't qualify any longer. The CO2 levels neutralize when the home is vacated, so the current buffering routines don't qualify any longer. Less CO2 enter the water, requiring less buffering. If the home operates a reef aquarium with 1,700 ppms of CO2 levels, the dose adds a certain amount of buffering material. Then, when CO2 levels are less, the aquarium requires less buffering material. The only way to figure out where you and your aquarium stand is to monitor CO2 levels in the home and experiment. The other solution is to have the system operate on an automated test and dose system. Lighting and zooxanthellae relationship. Lighting is essential for Acropora as they rely on zooxanthellae, a symbiotic algae that lives within the epidermis tissue of the coral, for energy. High-quality lighting that mimics natural sunlight is highly recommended, with a spectrum that includes both blue and white light for optimum photosynthesis. Zooxanthellae and corals have a vital relationship. Without each other, they cannot survive. For example, corals produce waste in the form of carbon dioxide, inorganic ammonium, and phosphates. In turn, they feed that waste to the zooxanthellae. At the same time, zooxanthellae are photosynthesizing. And with photosynthesis and the feeding from the coral waste, they produce their own waste in the form of oxygen, glucose, amino acids, and lipids. This in turn gets fed to the coral. The symbiotic relationship between the two is vitally important. At the same time, corals absorb from the water calcium carbonate, trace elements in the form of minor and major trace elements. Flow and water movement. Acropora thrive in moderate to high water movement, which helps deliver nutrients and remove waste. However, be cautious of strong direct currents that could damage epidermal tissue. A well-placed powerhead can create the right condition for your corals to flourish. Equipment that is best utilized for water movement. Let's take, for example, an orca. An orca can oscillate a powerhead back and forth to any degree you program it to. Sea swirl will take the water that's being returned and oscillate it in 90 degrees, giving you vast water movement throughout the aquarium. Gyro pumps can be programmed to any kind of flow you desire in your reef aquarium. Best neighbors. Selecting the right tank mates is critical when planning your reef tank. Some of the best neighbors for Acropora include peaceful reef fish, like certain clownfish, tangs, and even certain wrasses. And when it comes to angelfish, there's only one genus that I agree. That is Ginacanthus. They are the only planktivores that are designed for open water, and these guys will not pick on corals. Typically, they do not pick on corals like Centropyges. Centropyges are dangerous for a reef aquarium. If given enough space, other corals such as Montipora and Symbiotic will coexist in harmony with Acropora. Conversely, there are some corals you should avoid keeping near Acropora. Aggressive species like Hypnophora can inflict damage with their tentacles. The well-known leather coral Sacrophyton can release toxins such as terpene into the water column. Terpene poses a threat by reducing photosynthesis in nearby Acropora. Fragging Acropora is an important skill for aquarists looking to share their corals or create a more diverse tank. Using a sharp saw or a sharp bandsaw and coral cutter, you can carefully cut a healthy piece from the main colony, ensuring that both the parent and frag have the best chance of survival. One of the most exciting aspects of Acropora care is the possibility of successfully spawning in captivity. With the right conditions, including stable water parameters and optimal lighting, aquarists can witness the incredible process of spawning. This not only contributes to the health of your aquarium, but also aids in coral propagation. Jamie Craigs has been very successful in timing these spawning events, as you can witness here on this video. This is a great interview snippet with Jamie Craigs discussing grafted corals.
And then we've got a green genotype of Muricata and a blue genotype. And this I've been spawning at home for, like the last 4 years. Have a look at some of these. So, downwards. So these form, the way that we've spawned them, form chimeras. So I took eggs from the green, the mother, and I used sperm from the blue. And then this is the chimera that's produced.
Wow.
Holy cow.
So I've got
That's cool. That's very, very cool.
I've kept 4 genotypes of this at home, and you get this insane bleed coming through it.
Yeah.
But it's come from these as parents.
Because previously you were talking about how it was like 2 fully fertilized eggs growing right next to each other, and then,
Exactly that.
But now it's like
No, that's what it-
The
that's-
gametes. You're starting at the gamete level and mixing.
Yeah, but that's how this is formed. The chimeras is 2 polyps settled together.
Oh, still.
Yep, 2 polyps settled together. Because they're closely related, they fuse to form a single entity.
Okay.
So basically what you're seeing there is 2 genetic entities within a single animal or single colony. So you've got the green entity and the blue entity. This is what I think grafted is. It's 2 individuals within a single colony.
Ali Akil from Eurocorals is another innovator in this field, presenting grafted Acropora that captivate aquarists everywhere. These breathtaking colonies not only enhance the visual appeal of your tank, but also demonstrate the incredible achievements in coral propagation techniques. In conclusion, mastering Acropora care requires dedication, knowledge, and a bit of experimentation. By understanding the unique needs of these stunning corals, you can create a thriving reef aquarium that showcase their beauty. Remember to monitor your water parameters, provide adequate lighting, and choose compatible tank mates to ensure your Acroporas flourish. If you found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more reef keeping tips, and share your experiences with Acropora in the comments below. And may your tanks ever be vibrant. So until next time, you have to love reefing.